Welcome to Colombo, Sri Lanka, our 32nd country. We just arrived yesterday. We're super excited to be here, but we have seen nothing. So today is our proper first impressions like exploration day.
So we're going to explore some temples, some markets, and of course eat some amazing street food. But first, let's get a tuk-tuk.
Thank you. Well, that was not bad at all. 500 Sri Lankan rupees for about a 15-minute ride. Yeah, pretty decent. But pro tip, always negotiate the rate before jumping on the tuk-tuk, because once you arrive at destination, your bargaining power decreases tenfold.
So first up, we just arrived at the Gangaramaya Temple here in Colombo, which is one of the most important temples here.
So this temple was opened in the 19th century, and the architecture is a little mix between Sri Lankan, Indian, Thai, and Chinese.
In the Hindu and Buddhist religion, elephants are actually very important because they symbolize loyalty, wisdom, power, and fertility. So when you're in this temple, you're gonna see them everywhere.
It can be a little bit hard to explain if you've never been in this part of the world, but these religions, Hinduism and Buddhism, are just so beautiful, so peaceful. Like, they have a sacred tree in this temple and everyone is just slowly walking around it, watering it, and people are like praying around the tree as well. It's just so beautiful to see and experience. Well, that was a beautiful place to visit. If you come in this part of the world, you cannot miss temples. They're just so important in the culture and just so beautiful to visit. How much? 700? 600. We're friends now. 600. Good.
So we just arrived at the floating market here in Pettah, and it's basically just like a little canal, I would say, with shops on the other side. Some food shops and stuff, but
it's dead. I don't know if it's because it's Saturday, but it's like almost
like
12.
2 stores open, so
yeah, we're gonna walk quickly and then move on. Well, I would love to tell you that this market is thriving, but we have rusted trains on one side and sinking boat on the other side. So we're gonna try to go to a place that's a little bit more busy. So we did not eat breakfast. So at the end of the floating market, we actually found a restaurant. There's a few restaurants at the floating market, but to be honest, they were all empty. This one is busy, and like, if you're scared of like eating in this part of the world, you're not the only one. We've done it a lot, and the trick is always go to a place that's busy, and 9 times out of 10 you'll be fine. We'll report in the morning if anything changes.
Kottu?
Yeah.
and small.
Chicken here. Say drink, Coca-Cola, Sprite.
So for our first meal here in Sri Lanka, we got something proper. The chicken kottu, which is basically like the national dish here. Tracy got the vegetable version. It's basically a bunch of vegetable with chicken, because I have the chicken one. And what they use as a base instead of rice is actually kottu, which is some sort of like roti. And when they mix it with like all the sauces, juices, and vegetable, it becomes like, it's gonna sound negative, like mushy, but it's not. So it has a similar texture than like rice almost. It is so good. It is so spicy. Oh, we didn't even ask for the spicy one, and the funny part is like they give you different sauces to make it more spicy, just in case.
Honestly, like, I love this. Like, the flavor and everything is amazing. I will say, Tracy might not be able to eat the whole thing, as there's a nice kick of spice, which I forgot again. By the end of the trip, our spice tolerance will be back up. No worries. It's really good though.
It is already like so humid and hot outside. This makes me even hotter. I'm sweating. I need to blow my nose already, and I'm not even like a third into the dish. This is really good though. Oh, the green peppers are even more spicy. Well, that was a delicious meal for only 1,150 Sri Lankan rupees. I mean, it's a deal. It was a deal. In case you ever wanted to try a true, authentic Canadian poutine for some obscure reason, they do it here. I don't know if it's gonna give you the full experience, but hey, you can try it and let me know. Oh yes, this is exactly what was calling me. The local markets, full of people, hustle and bustle, the right amount of chaos, new friends everywhere. I love it. So welcome to Pettah Market, the busiest and largest open-air market here in Colombo. You can find everything. There's literally thousands of shops, from food to shoes to electronics, clothing, toys. It's here. Can I get one samosa? Thank you so much. So not because I'm hungry, because the plate I ate for lunch was massive, but I just got a samosa because I want to eat all the street food that they have here. That's just part of the experience. That's so good. The amount of spices that there's in there is amazing. And it was just only 50 Sri Lankan rupees, which is like 24 cents.
It's really good.
Tracy, sandal, perfume, clothing, you need anything? It's all here. I'm sure it's good prices too. Oh yeah, we need souvenirs, but this is day one, so no rush on that. So behind me is the Jami-ul Afar Mosque, a beautiful building here in pretty much the middle of the market in Pettah. It was opened in 1909 and has a capacity of 1,500 people.
Time to go in another mosque.
So in this mosque, everyone has to be fully covered. It's definitely like the more strict one you've ever been to, but hey, we want to see it, so we play by the rules. So earlier when I said that this mosque had a capacity of about 1,500 people, that was the original build from 1909. Since then, this mosque went through a massive expansion. There's now 6th floor, and it can have up to 6,000 people with, stand by, 13,000 people normally come here for the Friday prayer, but not inside. 13,000 people in front of the building on top of the 6,000 people inside the mosque. Just to show that the extension part is not from 1909, they have an escalator. Definitely not from the early 1900s. Thank you so much. So the Red Mosque was beautiful. I highly suggest it because you're going to be in this neighborhood anyway, because there's no way you're going to miss the Pettah Market. It's the best place so far in the city. And it's free as well, the market and the Red Mosque. So between the Tuktuk on one side and the millions of people on the other side, it's just like the right amount of chaos. And just like that, we are out of the market. Are you overstimulated, Tracy?
I'm definitely overstimulated, but that's just me in general when we're in places like that. But I have to say, that is, how do I explain this? So when you're in a lot of markets and there's a lot of people, a lot of times people are like touching you, grabbing you, and that's something that I have a really hard time dealing with. But in this market, like, nobody touched you. As crowded as it was, everyone wanted their own space. And it was really nice, I have to say, like one of the best market experiences that we've ever done.
I personally love every single second of it. That's our favorite tuk-tuk in Sri Lanka so far, ever to be honest, because it was like hairbrush painted of the movie Luca, which is a Disney movie, so they got my heart. So we're currently walking under a railway, and the fun part is, spoiler alert, we're gonna take that train in a couple of days, and I'm super excited, but be careful where you walk. Whoa! Up next, the Lotus Tower, because there's no better place in the entire city of Colombo to get a beautiful view of the skyline. So why did they pick the Lotus for this massive building? Well, here in Sri Lanka, it is actually a sign of purity, and at 351 meter tall, it is the tallest building in the entirety of South Asia.
Pretty impressive.
Do you want another fun fact?
What's
Even though this thing is 351 meters high, there's only 13 floors and 8 elevators.
Oh, that's a lot of elevators.
That is a
I'm
lot.
happy over that.
I mean, the entire attraction is to go up.
It feels glorious. The AC, little hot commodity around here. Feels great.
It's our first AC spot of the entire day.
So from this side of the observation deck, you can even see the market that we were just at, right in there, and even the Red Mosque. I say Red Mosque, it actually does have a name put on the screen. You said it earlier. But its nickname is the Red Mosque.
It's also known as the Red Mosque.
Ah, there you go.
This is such a good observation deck because it gives you a true like 360-degree views of the city, and you can see everything from the different neighborhoods to the airport, the port, the ocean, like Here's another fun fact. This is the fastest elevator in all of Sri Lanka, and I can tell that we went down really fast because my ear popped.
The Portuguese soon conquered Kottu, but against them stood one young prince.
So that was a very good experience. I think like the view was 10 out of 10, would do it again. And at the end, they even have like this kind of an interactive exposition about Sri Lanka. You learn everything from the different occupation, from the Portuguese to the Dutch to the British.
And so what I was going to add to that is basically like for the foreign entrance fee, it's included.
Yeah.
I know it's kind of split into two different days if you're Sri Lankan, but take advantage of it. Like for one, there's AC. You learn a lot of cool things.
Yeah. And it's kind of a cool setup as well. So
Yeah.
20 bucks a person, I'd say it was worth it. Yeah. Hi, how are you?
They're going
Galle Face Beach. How much?
You give how much?
600.
1,000.
No, that's crazy.
Okay,
Too
okay.
much, too much. Seven.
Okay.
Seven. Getting pretty good at negotiating with tuk-tuk drivers. Thank you very much. Perfect. Have a good day. No, that's fine. Keep it. Yeah, thank you. This guy was a great tuk-tuk driver. He was telling us like the different monuments, what they were, when they were built, the times that they were opening and closing. I mean, he even tried to give me a discount at the end.
So this is called Galle Face Beach, and from what we looked online, it seems to be the place to go for sunset. And from what we see right now, it is definitely the place to go for sunset with all of the locals. They've got a whole bunch of street food stalls, there's a whole bunch of kites being flown, there's even a little play bouncy castle for the kids. It's a great spot.
I personally love places like this when I travel. Like there's no tourists around. I'm the only weirdo with a camera walking around, and it is like a beautiful green space, little beach. The sun is about to go down and the clouds are kind of high enough where we might actually have a sunset. And for some obscure reason, like Tracy said, like this is the place where everyone comes to fly kites, and there's probably like, I don't know, 50 plus in the air right now. What happened there? How is that possible?
They have only one pair of
Oh
shorts
my
left.
god. There's like melted chocolate ice cream there, and I put my hand in it and then I put it on my short. Down to one pair short. So we decided to just sit on the side of the ocean, watch the sunset, and just enjoy the beauties of Sri Lanka, you know? And eat some pizza cracker from Turkey. I just love old military traditions like that. Like I guess the military comes here every night to take the Sri Lankan flag down. It's really cool to see. They do it right after sunset, I guess, or maybe at 6 p.m. on the dot.
Now, off to the next spot.
Cheers to a successful day in Colombo.
And our first Sri Lankan beer.
It's a Lion Lager. It's actually a Sri Lankan beer made here. It's very nice and light, perfect for like the hot climate.
That's, yeah.
And it's so funny because we always joke on the vlog that like we go to bed at 8:30, and it's true. Like we're in this like cute little bar, which is super highly rated on Google and very popular, but it's not even 7, so there's nobody else but us. Because we're gonna be in bed by 8:30.
Most definitely.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Not very original. We got pizza, but to stay local, it's a peri-peri chicken pizza. So I feel like I'm still pretty full from my chicken kottu. Also, this pizza is spicy. Ooh. Have a good night. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
And we are back at the hotel, and for once we will not show you this hotel because we're planning to do in this video series in Sri Lanka a hotel comparison from $10 to $100. You
Pretty
definitely
excited
need
for
to
that
subscribe because you won't believe what you can get in this country for $100.
It's insane.
Otherwise,
Anyway.
first impression of Sri Lanka.
I think honestly what stands out the most is the people. The people are so warm, and I'm saying the ones that we've met, right?
Yeah.
Like they've been so warm and genuine. Like even down to the point if we're in front of the mosque and the guy's like, oh yeah, go over there for the best photo angle, and like not expecting anything in return, like just moving
Helping
on.
us with like directions every time you stop to look at your phone,
Yeah.
like, oh yeah, go there, do that, whatever. Like, and nobody is hustling you, nobody's trying to sell you anything. And even if they are, you say no, and they're like, okay, have a good day, and they just leave. Like, nobody's trying to hustle you, which is like super cool.
It is very, very nice.
Otherwise, favorite part, one, the food, like my chicken kottu, that was delicious.
Really good.
I feel full because of it, which is insane. And obviously the Pettah Market, I just love this. It was just the right amount of chaos.
I agree.
It's like Sri Lanka is a little bit like India, but the light version.
Yeah, I agree. I really enjoyed the
So
market.
if you always wanted to go to India, come here first as a little warm up. But otherwise, we're gonna go take a much needed shower because it was hot all day. Up
Full
to
of sweat.
38 degrees with a lot of humidity.
Oh, yeah.
And until next time, see you guys.
In the next one.